Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Vietnam.
No, it's Nebraska.
Ah, that's it. Nebraska. February in Nebraska.
February in Nebraska.
Brilliant.
Nice and sunny.
Yeah. No snow over the winter, which was nice.
Yes, actually, we didn't get any, did
No.
we?
Cows have been busy. Cows have been fed.
Cows are producing lots of milk,
Eating lots of
a
food.
eating lots of food, a massive amount of manure and slurry. Um, yeah, everything's looking particularly good, isn't it?
Yeah, apart from the amount of things we've got to keep them fed. I'm
Yeah,
skeptical if we've got enough of that, but
yes, we may need more produce.
yes. And we are busy planting cotton.
Yeah, I'm just spinning around to see you.
We're a bit high on nitrogen. Can you wind yours
Okay,
back quite a bit?
I shall. There we go. 50 something.
Okay, try that.
45 kilograms.
Yeah,
Nope.
we're way over at the moment. So let's see when I get into.
How's it looking there?
Hasn't changed. Can you go down another? Oh, no, that's okay. Yep, that's good.
Sure.
Yep.
45. Yeah.
Go down. It's a bit close. Go down another 10.
Okay, 35. There we go.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Excellent.
We might have to adjust it as we go, but I'm using a little bit of liquid fert, which is exactly what I want.
Yes, we don't want to spend too much money on that, do we?
No, no, we're not properly Cartec rich yet. We will be when we sell everything.
Yeah. Yes. The ethanol is a slow production, I think we've determined.
It's very,
So we're
very
not going to be ethanol conglomerates, no.
billionaires.
Millionaires, yeah.
That is going to take a little while.
Which is okay.
I think maybe we branch out into being manure millionaires.
I think that's probably going to be a wise idea with the amount that we've got.
Yeah.
And probably cotton millionaires as well, just looking at the size of this field and thinking how long it's going to take us to harvest it.
Multiple harvesters.
Multiple harvesters, multiple days probably.
Isn't there a somewhat cheaty harvester?
I
I think there's a wider John Deere one.
think there might be actually.
I think we use that and we'll be fine.
Hashtag real speed mod.
Oof, Mr. Cheaty. I'd rather use something that was wider.
Yeah, wider and multiple machines, I think, is a good idea.
The planting texture directions are interesting.
Yeah.
It seems to be perpendicular to how I'm running the seeder.
No.
Whether that's the dodgy half fix that we did to get the map working after the update.
Could be, yeah. They do seem to be jumping all over the place, actually.
So I don't think I've seen EJ post an update to this one yet. So
He did, yeah.
Okay.
I think he actually did it on the Friday when you'd fixed out this.
Okay. So we might need to.
I think it was out that day.
Might need to grab that.
Yeah.
And put in the changes that, or just grab the shader file because that should be able to change.
Yes, that's probably a reasonable idea.
Another job for in the week that I'll forget until just before we start.
Yeah. There we go.
The grass grass that I planted last weekend has not started growing yet.
Why not? It's had the weather for it.
Yeah, it's really weird. I just brought a box of seed in B&Q just to try and recover the lawn that we lost due to having 4 dogs. And it's like it's supposed to be fast, like super fast start grass.
Yeah.
And then you read all the reviews and the box. It's like, takes at least 2 weeks to germinate.
Right.
So yeah, it's only a week in so far.
Okay.
But yeah, put all of my expertise to the task. And
I was quite impressed you were talking about it in the video, and it was like, oh yeah, he's taking his role in it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
terrifying.
The ground is such a mess from having, particularly the two greyhounds, as they
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
run around the garden, they just destroy it.
Yeah, I guess it can't be helped, can it? I guess,
Nah.
but you've sort of cordoned it off, haven't
Yeah.
you? Give it half a chance.
Yeah, I did the same last year. I just didn't leave it long enough, I don't think,
Yeah.
for the poor young plants to survive being attacked.
Oh dear.
Yeah. It's it was easy. Last year I did I returfed some of it, and that was hard work.
Yeah.
And
I bet.
I would say probably 75% of that died from the dogs getting on it.
Yeah, it's just why you can't have nice things.
Yeah, I left it to grow for a month or so, mowed it a couple of times, let the dogs on it. 4 months later, dead.
Oh. You need to like have a graze. It's not. I know it's not grazing, but you need to have a grazing setup, don't you? You can have this quarter today.
Yeah.
And then another. Electric fence might be a bit harsh, but you know what I mean.
Depends on the day.
Yeah.
I am joking.
How's your voice?
It's still a little bit croaky.
Is it recovering?
It's still a little bit croaky. Yeah, we are thinking our garden is split in half with a path, like most gardens in the UK. So I've done one side. When we do the other side there is a spot that one of the dogs always uses as a toilet, and we're thinking of digging a pit out and putting stone in and then covering it with something so it can just drain away.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because nothing will grow on it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So yeah, it's the joys of having so many dogs. We used to have a really
fertilizer.
Yes, it's pretty toxic stuff.
Yeah.
We used to have fairly nice, somewhat flat grass. When we had one and then two dogs, and now we have sort of slime coloured clay and ruts, and brilliant.
Yeah. Looks like the Somme.
Yeah. Winter is horrible.
Right, now I need to be careful here, don't I?
Yeah, I guess. Don't worry, I'll just I'll follow you so it'll reseed.
Okay, I'm trying to spin round it as much as I can.
I wouldn't worry too much. I'm going to allow a bit of an overlap, so.
Okay, cool.
It's more the headlands where you're going to have to be careful. Once we're on the up downs, to not obliterate the headlands.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Somewhat of a risky, optimistic strategy.
It is
running the cultivator in front of the seeder.
Well, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, there'll just be some nice big patches in the field, and that will only annoy one of us. So,
I think it was Fröhling this week where you'd missed a bit of the mow and you were like, that's going to annoy me. I was like, I'm starting to wear off on him. Oh dear.
I think it's the next maypole video where I'm doing some planting, and it's like, it's going to bug me because I've missed some bits.
Yeah.
It bugs me more with grass than anything else.
Yeah, I think because you get that. There's nothing there, is there? That sounds blatantly obvious to say, but
if you don't put anything there is nothing there.
Nothing to grow. But it's more obvious with grass when you cut it rather than an arable crop. And I know what I mean.
I know what you mean. It annoys me more than other crops.
Yeah.
I generally don't worry too much if I miss bits on other crops.
No, I know what you mean.
To me, that's what would happen in reality, probably. So,
yeah, It's like round corners.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? It's a Greenlands video that's coming up. I was talking about losing crop in the headlands. Uh, I don't know what it's like around you, but the fields around here, most of the headlands are awful for actual crop growth.
I was thinking that the other day, actually. I quite like the journey to and from work at the minute, because everything's starting to grow, and especially in the stuff that was planted a lot earlier. Again, it's obvious to say. But the headlands, in some cases, are particularly bad.
Yeah.
But you see that on like Ollie Blogs or Millennial Farm. The headlands are always a nightmare because they get so much compaction, parking trucks on there or turning all the time. So
yep, yeah. So I sort of in my head, it's like it doesn't matter, it's fine. As I had to destroy some crop to get the combine in the field.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I say it. I don't say it, but I think it on. I did it on Attingham in the one field. So you're going to either destroy the crop or you put yourself a grass field entrance in.
Yeah, you leave a bit.
So, yeah. But yeah, I've.
Oh, sorry,
It's all right. What are you doing then?
I'm only half paying attention and you move tractor along.
I wondered why the anhydrous tanks were wriggling.
Yeah, I nudged the cruise control up to catch up with you, and honestly, I do watch what I'm doing.
Honestly, yeah, righto.
It's one of the things with recording on a laptop is if it's getting late in the day, I am really bad for that.
I bet.
There's been a couple of times. I think I've left some of them in before where I've been running on GPS and got to the end of the row and not been properly awake.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think I've done that in the past.
I'm in the hedge.
Yeah, just nodded off. Oops.
Yeah.
Not so much now I'm sat at a desk, but when I used to like play it on the TV or whatever and just rest my eyes for a minute while I'm just doing this run. You wake up. It's not so bad if you haven't got allow create fields on. Otherwise you think, oh, why is that? Why have I got a strip of that cloud texture going through my yard? Yeah.
Yeah, or you're mowing and you've mowed through one field into another.
Yeah.
I've not got that far. I've got through the hedge and realised.
Woke up,
Yeah.
I am going to loop this time.
Awesome. I shall do the same. I'll let you go. I'll let you go through.
Thank you. Right, where do I want to be? About there. Oh, beautiful. Thought I was going to miss a bit then.
Nicely done, sir.
Thank you very much.
Be interesting doing a field of cotton on a proper series.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever done... The only time I've done cotton is on, weirdly, Calmsden.
Contracts.
Contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't... Trying to remember. I think it was taken out of the one that's on the Oaks.
I think it is. I can't...
Yeah, because I think that's why Farms in Briscoe wanted to use it, because he didn't want cotton and sugarcane.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, I was on there. Someone I should know, really.
You should. You are my local expert.
Yeah.
I am quite tempted to play on there.
I think you should. I think it's...
When I finish up Greenlands.
Yeah.
It depends, what's available at the time.
Yeah.
Because Actually, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm going to leap straight on Court Farm because everyone will.
I think that is a given, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the thing with that is going to be trying to make something that's not the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
with Calmston. It's like how many times did you watch someone harvest that same field of wheat in the same combine with the same tractors?
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think that the only difference now is that there are a lot of other good maps out there
hmm.
as well.
Yeah, I mean at the time
Whereas
there was only
Calmston
Calmston.
was just, yeah, exactly. Not saying that, it's not going to be a popular map, Court Farms, which it undoubtedly will be, and,
Hmm.
might go on there, might have a little play.
Yeah, I
But it's what form you do it in, like you say, everyone's going to be on there.
yeah.
So,
Everyone does New Farmer, and as I say, the number of times I've watched that one field be harvested with the same kit. Uh,
yeah,
and it takes a while for people to diverge away and make it unique.
yeah, no, definitely.
So, but I don't know. I'm probably at the point where I'm less likely to jump on it because it will be popular.
Mm,
Because
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know whether it will get any more traffic than just carrying on doing what I'm doing.
yeah,
But
I know what you mean.
but then if you look at like your first Attingham video,
Mm,
when Attingham came out, that got so many views.
yeah, exactly. And I think, but then it very quickly
Drops to
dies
normal.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah,
We should
unsure.
Yeah, we should probably have picked up a GPS course at this point.
Yes.
But I don't think we need more than two headlands.
No, I think you're right. So let's have some lines on. Oh, I'm going. Which way did you set it? I don't want to go
270.
that way. Oh, I don't want to do that. There we go.
I even remembered some of the key combinations.
Well done.
I used to exclusively use guidance steering, and
Mm.
where I've not really used it at all in 22, and I've just completely forgotten.
Yeah,
It's one of those, it's what you get a bit of skill fade, I think, with some of these mods. You missed a bit.
I know.
Oh well, I'll cover it up
It's
for you.
fine. Thank you.
I think I might have missed a bit of seeding as well, so I'll let you off.
I think that I think we've. Although I like the idea of doing this, and we're both in a different piece of kit.
You just
I
go into
don't
the
see a
headland.
way of.
Just go into
I
the
don't
headland.
see a way of. Yeah.
Just keep going. I'll patch in behind you. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not making it easy for you to
It's fine.
follow, really. But no, well,
It's fine. You're slightly wider than me, so as long as I cover what you destroy, it'll work.
what are you trying to say?
Nothing. Nothing. You're not undoing all of my hard work. It's fine.
It's fine, honest.
It's fine.
Oh, we're into that sort of language,
You
are we?
not a phrase you ever want to hear.
Yeah, it's fine. What are you doing, Quadtrack? Come on.
You blame the quad track. I thought you were about to say, "What are you doing, Cartec?"
No, no, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, and because you're slightly wider, it should all work out just fine.
Fingers crossed.
Should all work out just fine. I'm
How are you doing for
I'm gonna
seed?
I'm going to need
Oh,
seed
yeah.
soon. I'll just get some delivered to the field. It'll be fine.
That's a good idea.
Store deliveries is one of the best things to make life a little bit easier.
Agreed. Agreed indeed.
I remember when I first discovered that in FS19, having spent the first couple of weeks playing, really struggling with. Well, I was on PC. I didn't know about things like super strength, and I find front loader controls with a mouse almost impossible. So really struggling with trying to. I'm out of seed. Trying to load up pallets of seed onto a trailer.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it until, like, for instance, Attingham or all the Oaks, actually, if you're doing a contract, get the kit delivered and then go to then buy something later on
And forget.
and forget where you've set it. Go, yes, that's be where it was.
Yep, been there, done that.
Yeah.
That's when you save and reload if you've not done too much.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, the number of times I think on saves where I've done a lot of contracts, I've had to go around before and hoover up all of the stray pot bags of seed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I was particularly bad for that on Calmston because the fields were quite big.
Yeah. I remember doing it on Attingham. I don't think I ever showed it, but yeah, I was doing a seeding contract and had a load delivered, and it's like, I come back to that field. I think it was probably to harvest it or maybe fertilise on it or something. I was like, what's all them bags there? I was like, oh yeah. It's like the other day when I was like doing the grass contract on Attingham and found 5 hay bales that I'd completely forgotten about. I'm like, huh?
That happened a few times on Maypole as well, I think, partly from me leaving them behind when I've been doing contracts last time round. I remember I stacked some by the side of a field or something to pick up later.
Yeah.
And they were still there.
Yeah, it's just like, I've slept between episodes.
Yeah.
You know, come on, give me a break.
Yep. And played a different save.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's all right, yeah. Forget where I am and what I'm doing.
There's something that I was chatting about in a couple of videos recently. I find it easier to have 2 going because like at the moment where I'm about a week ahead, I forget what happens in which video when I go to finish it.
Yeah.
So I had 2 Maypole videos recorded but not finished.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And so I was doing stuff for the one that came out yesterday.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember if it was in that video or the next video.
I liked your comment or when you said about how if you get too far ahead and people comment and it's not in context.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, the so-and-so, he does that to me.
Because I watch your videos behind.
Yeah, and I'll just ask you, like, what?
Yeah. I get it a lot on older stuff. I had someone commented on a really old auto drive video this morning, and they were like, oh, yeah, that trailer's great. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
Yep. Because you might have just watched it, but for me, that was a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like you, I forget quite quickly.
Yeah.
What I've done. I think because you're knocking them out, and also you record for an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, and then it gets compressed down to a 20, 25, 30-minute video, apart from these ones. And, you know, I've cut that out, but, yeah. It's weird.
Appear to have... I think the working width is wrong on my cedar. Maybe it's... Oh, no, it's the headland, I think.
Oh, it was the headland confusing thing.
Yeah. Yeah, wait, because you're running slightly different rows. It looks weird as you come off the headland. So.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But we're making reasonable progress, though.
Yeah. Checking everything lines up. was going to say I wouldn't normally roll this, but with the textures being so weird, it probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all a bit wonky and
yeah. I'm going to blame it on the guy who fixed the map.
Yeah, me too.
Because he did a bit of a rush job.
we were in a rush though, weren't we? It needed to be.
It's funny. Yeah, that video's got so many views for something that it's like I did, because I didn't realize that this map was broken until I started making the video. It's like I don't really care because none of the maps that I'm playing on use custom shaders or custom terrain shaders, and it's got so many views, and it's like okay. That happens sometimes with some of those videos.
Yeah, I guess as well. I apologise for the noise.
Can't actually hear it, so.
Oh well, yeah, it's just really loud. I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those it's like you with your drilling.
Yeah. I can sort of.
I guess it's like you were saying. What video would it have been? I think it was the Patreon one. About it's topical. It's there then. It's like doing the update videos when an update releases. Do you know, like it's jumping on the bandwagon, so to speak.
Yes.
But it was also very helpful. Do you know? Because I used it on the Oaks.
Yeah.
I posted it in Farms in Briscoe's Discord.
Awesome. So I think that was one of the ones that I did go around a few and spam it.
Yeah. But it was an easy fix.
I think that was why. Yeah, if it had been a complicated job, I probably wouldn't have even bothered.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It was like all the grazing videos.
Yeah.
People were asking for, the more complicated versions of those. It's like, but you're going to ask complicated support questions. Or you're maybe not, but someone who only half understands what they're doing is going to try it, and it's going to be complicated.
And there's only so many times you can say, go back to the start.
Yeah, do it again.
Do it again.
Honestly.
And that's not being grumpy, but
no, it's the best method.
It is, because trying to work out where you went wrong is sometimes going to take you longer and starting again.
Yeah.
So I'm with that.
The stuff that I'm messing about with at the moment, a couple of times it's been easier to throw away, something that's 75% complete, do it again because that's quicker.
Yeah.
And what that taught me is keep backups.
Yeah.
As I'm building this little pack of stuff up, when I get a point where I'm happy with something works, and before I do the next thing to it, I put a copy somewhere else.
Yeah. No,
because
definitely.
I found it so easy to break stuff, and it's like, okay, I'm not sure how I undo what I did.
Yeah. And there's some stuff that that works to a point, and you don't want to have to redo all that. Yeah, and I'm with that.
Yeah, so I've got a lot better with where I'm working on mods of keeping backups of versions that work.
Which is, and I think that's the most important message, isn't it? If you are going to do something, and you're really good for saying it, it's like, make a backup. Maybe even make a backup of the backup.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to lose, you don't want to mess anything up. No. And I know it is common sense, but in the rushing of doing things and thinking, I've got a fix for it.
Yeah.
Those simple little steps can save you a lot of time.
My fear is always someone coming along going, I've done this and I've broken my save that's got thousands of hours in it. Yeah. And it's like, well, okay.
Yeah.
Save game backup folder.
Yeah.
I got this video coming out tomorrow on fixing silage clamps that get stuck.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So often at the moment it's coming up, and I've got the XML fix saved on a sticky note on my desk now. I can just copy and paste it.
That's a cool idea.
But I turned it into a video, and it's like, before you start, back your save up so you don't break the placeables file.
Yeah.
Because I've done that before. I've been messing around and I've screwed a save up so it won't load, but I can usually work out how to fix it.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what you're doing,
this is true. Yes.
It's much harder to fix than just go, I'll just recopy the save across.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like doing these videos to help people, but I do always have to ponder how hard is it going to be when people try it and it goes wrong.
Yeah. It's that, like you say, it's that my save's now broken.
Yeah.
I can't get it to work.
Yeah. I copied what you said exactly, which they won't of because that's why it doesn't work. But there was
Yeah.
I did exactly what you said, and now it's broken.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's risk versus reward,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. The number of times that, like you said, when the answer is try and do it again, because people say I've exactly copied every single step and it hasn't worked.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you've done one of them wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and I'm not knocking anybody, but the people that but sometimes like rock up onto Discord and ask, and it's like, and they go, oh,
Yeah.
and it was something like I can't remember the example recently, but it's like, okay, yeah, but they realise and they're not funny about it.
There's one, I was watching Argsy's stream last week, and someone was saying that they'd applied the fix and they then couldn't get their old save to reload. I was like, well, that shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
And they'd put they'd capitalized part of the name of the zip when they recreated it.
Oh.
And so the game thought it was a new map.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's why. And he changed it and it worked.
Yeah.
Because I always just use the name that 7-zip gives you, because that's the name of what was unzipped.
Yes. Yeah. I had that when I was doing the mod, and it's like, why is that throwing that error?
Capitals?
Oh, yeah. Capitals.
Yeah.
Or a space or something.
Yeah, I've had that
And it's
on
like,
the stuff that I'm doing. If you delete something in a list of fill types, but you leave a space behind, it thinks it's a blank fill type.
Yeah.
That's got me a couple of times.
Yeah, but it's then going, okay, right, look at the log. What's it telling me?
Yeah.
Because I've had things broken. That's terrible English. I've had things break before and had a look and can't work it out and have asked. But then I think when you're sort of trying to make something and you are having to look at what errors are being thrown to find out what you've done wrong, you do pay a lot more attention to it. So
yeah. And I find when I'm doing my own stuff, I will start the game with the developer console open.
Yeah, I was doing that.
So that you don't even have to wait for the game to load sometimes, because you'll see it and you just go, right, kill the game, go back and fix it.
Yeah.
The bit that's really hard is when someone says, what's a log file?
Yeah.
And at that point, it's like, you shouldn't be doing this if you don't know that.
Yeah.
And with some of them, I have caveated. It's like, if I'm not going to show you certain steps, if you don't know how to do them, you shouldn't be doing this.
And I think that's fair.
If you don't know how to create a directory in Windows Explorer or copy a file, you should not be doing this.
Yeah. I think there's certain things where it's not necessarily intuitive. Do you know, like if you run your game off Steam, right, where's my game file, or where's the base data stored?
Yeah.
There's documents, my games, that's easy enough. But where you're trying to find base game stuff and that's buried somewhere different, and I think that's the bit that
and I ended up going
So-
back to FS19 to find out how to get Steam to tell me how to do that, so I could include that, because all of my copies of FS22 are from Giants, or brought from Giants store. So I don't have a Steam version to check that with, which in hindsight was quite short-sighted, because I could have probably got away with buying 1 or 2 Steam copies rather than the 3 Giants copies that I have.
Yeah, maybe.
But none of that was planned, so
No, of course. Yeah. And you had it forced upon you, didn't you?
that's just how things have worked out and what I've wanted to do. So like the ended up having I had to buy a second copy to put on my old laptop when the good one went away
Yeah.
because my license code wouldn't install on another machine.
Mm.
And at that point, I should have bought Steam version, but it was cheapest to buy a Giants version.
Oh.
And then it wouldn't let me install that on the other new computer. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I get, because that's about a year now, isn't it?
Yeah, nearly August.
Oh, okay.
What I was saying earlier about having been playing on Maypole since August last year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that, yeah, because that's about how that came about, wasn't it?
Yeah, I started that because I was playing it with a lot less mods so that
Yeah.
I could run it on a lower spec machine.
Blimey.
It's funny. It's like, I posted something and someone was talking about stuff that would be available in the 2000s on there. So it's probably like 6 or 8 months of gameplay away.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll still be on Maypole at that point. I'm only going to do one more year on there. I was actually debating somewhat seriously shifting after this season finishes.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to play out. I'm going to play out another year on there to harvest and then move.
That's probably a good point to move on.
Yeah, I want to do about 2 or 3 years on maps and then move.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't become, because I'm planning to play 10 game years, and I think it would become a bit stale. On one map.
I think. Yeah,
I've done 5. I've done 5 before, and I didn't get bored particularly. But
no, yeah, I know what you mean. I was like that on Calmston. I think.
Yeah,
it was about 8 years in the end.
Yeah, I did my Sandy Bay series. I did 5 years.
Yeah.
I could have kept going, but I think it was as Chellington came out, so I just moved to Chellington.
Okay, yeah.
Which I really didn't get on with.
In what sense?
I think I only did 1 year on there.
Okay.
And I shifted.
I can't remember how long I played on there for. I'm 19. Fair while.
Yeah, I think
it was. Yeah.
Sandy Bay and Oakfield were my 2 longest.
Okay.
I loved Oakfield Farm. Such a good map.
Oh, was that?
It was Oxy.
That would have been console as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember if I ever played on that.
Yeah. What I like about it is it's based on the real world.
Yeah.
And it's based on somewhere only a little way south from where you live and near where I used to live.
Right, okay.
The road structure is anyway. I'm not sure. The rest of it is not, I don't think, but part of the road structure is. And so it was kind of a nice little reminisce.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I think we're not far off. Well, I'm not.
No, I'm right behind you, so.
Oh yeah, you've caught up.
I can run slightly faster than you.
Yeah.
So,
11, 12 mile an hour?
Yeah. Yeah, so I've got the cruise control set to 9 as well, but I can catch up on the turns if I need to.
I do like the old Kinseys.
They're a really nice bit of kit. It's really nice having a base game direct planter.
Yep. No, agreed.
I think it was something that was missing from 19, from what I remember.
I think you might be right.
I always remember.
Yeah,
I always remember having to plough or cultivate to plant in 19.
Yeah.
But not to seed.
Yeah, I think you might. And I think there was the. It's come out again now. I forget what it's called. The big one. Great Plains.
Yeah.
I think that was.
Yeah, that could plant everything, couldn't it? Pretty much.
And it was everything. Yeah.
Yeah. That isn't base game, is it? I think it's a separate.
I think it's a mod. Yeah. I remember having on. I think it was Chellington. realism is key. An air hawk cedar thing set
How
up
did you get that round Shellington?
very, very carefully, and having to disconnect both bits and then put them back together because reversing it is obviously clearly a nightmare.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I have
yeah.
I really struggle sometimes with when I played on Homeworld, I had a big kit like that.
Yeah.
And although it was mostly long straight roads, the field entrances were a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I ended up opening up all the field entrances in the end.
But yeah.
But using something that big around an Oxy map is just.
It was just like I want to get this done. I'd got like loads of fields.
Yeah.
No course play.
You've got better, obviously.
Obviously, yeah. Totally realistic now.
A nod to.
Nod to realism. I do like that saying.
I love that phrase.
Yeah. You'll be pleased to know that I think I can say it. Where are we today?
Friday.
So this will be Sunday. So yeah, you'll be pleased to know I have put some poplar in on Attingham.
Awesome.
Like a little bit.
Is it like 1?
3 rows. I was like, I'm a man of my word. Got plans for the field anyway.
That's funny.
I'm going to put 3 rows in.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's like, why not?
Yeah.
So I'm not putting sugar cane in.
I don't.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't think sugarcane works on a UK map because I put all that seed in.
It doesn't at all.
Leaves.
You empty. Oh,
yeah. I was driving back to where I'd put the shot point, thinking I had some bags of seed there, but I'd used them all, so I could have just done it where I was.
Quite a good capacity, those Kinseys, aren't they, as well?
Yeah.
Billing $82 delivery.
It's not
and
bad.
You're nowhere near where you.
It's not bad for instant delivery.
It's not, to be fair. That is proper high-tech drone delivery, isn't it?
That's better than Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do hold a fair bit of seed.
I think they're one of my favourite bits of kit.
Didn't you have one on Calmston?
I did. Yeah.
Your favourite.
Good.
Your favouriteest ever map.
Favoritist ever map. Yes. No, definitely. For now, anyway.
Yeah. I suspect it will always be one that has slightly fond memories, having been your first.
Yes, no, it's true. I think I went back on there. I know when I was on there. I was on there a couple of hours before you put the server live at the weekend, and I forget what I was doing. I can't remember now. I think I was just herbicide spraying or something. I was like, I do miss this map.
Yeah.
And then I got the ping off Discord saying servers live, rock off, download mods, off we go. So yeah, I've been back on.
Yeah. I don't think the last time I was on there was when I did the little stream on there. And it was really nice to go back there.
And I think it's one of those ones where, like you say, it doesn't. You can just go back to it. Do you know? That's not very stupid because the save's going to be there as long as I keep it. But
yeah,
you can just go back. It's familiar, isn't it?
Yeah. You must have ended up owning almost all of the map as well.
It wasn't actually that much.
It seemed like
it.
It seemed like
it felt like it as well. It felt like it as well. But yeah, it was. I can't remember. I did have quite a bit of it. But
you were definitely Kartek rich on that one.
Oh yes. Yeah, it was. Tidy profit in the end.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how you get on Edgewater with less financial backing.
Yeah, I'm quite liking it, to be fair. I was really impressed. I was really pleased that I now understand
Swathing.
why swathing is done.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was why they did it, because
Yeah,
they need to get the crop out of the ground to dry.
yeah.
Uh,
And it makes
I,
perfect sense, doesn't it,
yeah,
really?
I guess it's a better, because what we do in the UK is we spray it with weed killer
Yeah, kill it off,
to
yeah.
kill it, and then it dries standing.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably better, assuming that
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't have to do the same thing anyway.
yeah.
I can speed up now.
Yeah,
Just destroying
I've
lots of
gone,
stuff.
yeah, I'm trying just to go over what I've done and not kill the headland too much. So you
That's
probably
all
just
right.
want to freehand
Yeah, sorry.
this last pass.
I can see what you've done.
You still see what I've done there?
Yeah, yeah. The map is telling me all the harm you've caused. I,
There we go.
I really hate with great demands that it tells you where it is, not what it is.
Yeah, I know. I hadn't, and I think that was maybe. I don't know if it's map dependent actually, but I don't really remember having them. And then you said that in a video. I can't think when it was. I think it was Greenlands. And I was like, and then I got them on the oaks. I was like, oh yeah, that is annoying because in the way it was structured in 19,
It was easier to see because it was the grid.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I do feel on Greenland I get a lot of great demands for milk, which I'm not complaining about because I produce a lot of it.
We could do. Oh, that's a point. We could do with a great demand for milk on
Yeah,
here.
are you ending up missing a bit?
No.
It's just that I need to plant it, isn't it? Been cultivated, I need to plant it. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just because it was on the headland, wasn't it?
Ignore me.
I am.
You usually do, so
I don't always.
It's
But yeah, it's frustrating.
yeah.
I think it's.
It's
I don't know.
I suspect that it's a hanger. They've just pulled the same thing across from 19 where it worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it doesn't work with how they restructured the menu system.
This is correct. Trying to even see what it is.
I had a quick look, but the list is so long it's really hard to actually tell.
It is. Indeed.
I'm going to come back and do that corner. I think.
Yeah, good shout.
Because I'm going to need to run all the way along here anyway.
Yeah. Where have you disappeared to?
I'm just coming from that corner.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm out of view.
Essentially one row over from you.
Oh, okay. Got you.
That makes sense to come steaming along and fill in that little missed bit.
Well, I think that's a plan. There we go.
This is a nice size field for a job for two.
It is. It's not. It's worked out rather well doing this as well, hasn't it? Already got the anhydrous.
Yeah.
Haven't had to spend a great deal on.
I've not even
Fert.
Yeah, I've only used 40% so far. The liquid fert.
Oh wow! Oh yeah.
So it's worked out a lot more efficient.
Which is what we like.
It's a lot less expensive, which is what we like.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense to use the anhydrous if we've already got it.
Yeah. Although looking at how much milk we're going to have to sell, we probably don't have a problem.
Yeah. When is a good time for milk, actually?
All of the time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness me. I keep forgetting that we've got.
So, yeah.
Thingy Bob.
Milk prices don't vary that much anyway.
No, that's a fair point.
You look at what, $200 over the year.
Which, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And again, not to realism, you're not going to sit on 500,000 litres of milk or whatever it is.
And realistically, you're not going to get $1.3 for a litre of milk.
No, that's fair.
Wholesale.
Yeah.
I find that amusing when people complain about some of the what they feel are unrealistic numbers for Maize Plus. And it's like,
Yeah.
we'll start off by looking at the unrealistic price that Giants gives you for the milk.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
you know, when you say about how much money you're going to make,
Hmm.
some of that is that Giants pay you way more than double of what you would get in the real world.
Real world milk prices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're
Yeah.
on normal difficulty, I believe.
We are. Yes.
So
Normal.
that's the normal thing that Giants think it should be. So
Yeah. That's one thing that would be cool if there was something, the way of integrating it to, I don't know, a real world average.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
and
prices for things.
have more fluctuation.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
have, I guess then the other thing is having the inputs fluctuate as well, you know.
Well, yeah, according to world events. Yeah.
Cripplingly high fertilizer prices, for example.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, yeah.
Um, I guess you could do it manually, but there's so much you'd have to rebalance.
I think, and that's half of it, isn't it? Where it's the knock-on effect to everything else.
Yeah, because I think the only thing, and I assume that's because it's driven by the manufacturers, the only thing that's somewhat realistic is the actual price of the vehicles.
Yeah.
Because I assume that is the case, that the ones that are done by Giants and are licensed, they're probably required to have them at somewhat close to the real world price.
Yeah, and that's easy to do, isn't it? Because that's like all right, stuff will go up and down, but you take a point in time, and it's just coded in, isn't it?
Yeah. And they ignore currency, but apart from that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But it would be cool, and there's no way of doing it other than creating a mod and releasing it in January and then updating it every quarter, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there is that map that updates every 3 months.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They update it through the year.
Oh, okay.
So, don't remember the name of it, but yeah, certainly in FS19 anyway, that used to update it every quarter.
Okay. Didn't know that. Yeah. That's quite
the changes
because you can keep it current then, can't you? Yeah. Yeah.
That was very cool. I never played it, but the idea was quite cool. I guess it apart from the fact it depends on kind of the speed that you happen to be playing at.
Well, yeah, that's it. I guess there's limitations to everything, isn't there? You know, it is a simulator game at the end of the day. There's only so far you can go, isn't there?
Yeah. And there are limits to what's sensible to try and implement as well. And that is where modders come in as well, isn't it? That they can not worry about being sensible with stuff.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what I like about it, is the fact that you've got such a spectrum of play styles available, and you've got modders that cater to all of that, really.
Yeah.
You know, like you've got your 20-foot wide mowers and windrower combos and, fast farming, but then you've also got the more realistic.
Well, like the quick bale, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
it's cool.
There's no wrong way to play this game, unless you're wanting to run a lawn care business or whatever. Then you're wrong. You play Lawnmower Simulator.
Yeah.
It's quite a cool open world engine in the end.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of things you can do with this. So you're not actually wrong if you're wanting to do that. There are probably better games, but maybe they're not. I watched a bit of Daggerwin play Lawnmower Simulator.
Yeah,
And it did feel like that would get boring quite quickly.
I know what you mean. Yeah, and I think. Yeah.
But
Did he got a pre-release, or was it like a
yeah,
demo where you'd only got so far you could go?
I think he played the Steam demo.
And it was like, okay, yeah, this is quite repetitive.
And he may have got pre-release access as well, because he did a few videos on it, I think.
Yeah.
Started watching his Purbeck series the other day again.
Yeah, see, that's a map that I played on a bit.
I never played it. I'm really tempted.
It's
on the list.
Yeah, it's hilly. But again, it's a nice...
It just looks so nice.
It is a nice map.
I think I looked at it for some stuff in 19. Never played it. It just looks really nice. So.
It is a nicely done map.
An area that I'd like to see a map, I'm not sure if there is one, is New Zealand as well.
I don't think there is. Now, following Argsy, I don't think there is anything.
Yeah, because he always plays on Aussie maps, doesn't he? Because that's the
closest.
closest.
It's the closest, yeah. I think, and also Sabbath Kiwi. He was in my Discord the other day. He'd been away for a bit. He role played. Oh, I can't remember the name of the map now. But yeah, because there is no New Zealand maps, but
it feels like a massive hole.
There was one in the making. I can't remember hearing if there was from ours.
It's probably the sort of thing that's going to appear on Itch, I would guess, initially.
Yeah.
Don't run away too far. We need to take some pictures, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Before you drive all the way back to the farm.
Yeah. Wait for me.
I'm nearly done. I've got the other corner done, so I just need to paint this bit in, and we'll be good.
Paint it in. I did on the last kind of slither. I didn't obliterate the headland too much, so you might be all right.
Doesn't take too long. It's only a few rows, and they're fairly short. So that's
that done then, mate.
Yep. Everything seeded, everything fertilised. So probably we will be back in March to get the rest of the fields done.
Yep. I think we're pretty good on everything else, aren't we? So
yeah, and probably adding in the automatic milk selling.
Yeah, we need to do that and then start early enough so people can see.
Yeah, and I guess find somewhere to install a PGA.
What about around here?
Yeah, maybe level a big chunk of this out.
Yeah. Could be the plan for next time.
Yep. Just see
that's been good.
The new holiday home up in the corner there.
Oh, yeah, our sleep trigger, yeah. I've had to move out of the farm home.
Yeah. It just wasn't working out. I'm sorry.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so...
Wicked.
See you next week, mate.
You will, mate. Take care.
Hey.
See you later. Bye.